Welcome to the Daily Influence, where our mission is to deliver a daily dose of positive influence that can uplift you personally or be shared within your sphere of influence. While not every episode may directly apply to your unique circumstances, we strive to provide insights and inspiration relevant to most people's daily, weekly, and monthly lives. Whether you are tuning in during the morning, noon, or night, the Daily Influence is here for you. Listen, share, and embrace the power of influence in your life. Hey everybody, Brian Smith here with the I and Team series and the Daily Influence. And today we're going to tackle intellectual laziness. And this is a hot topic for me because I think that all of us become intellectually lazy. And I think intellectual laziness has really started to highlight itself and become a major issue for our society as we have more and more access to things in the media. Intellectual laziness, for me, is when we see things that just don't sound quite right, but we accept them anyhow. We fail to question what we're being told, what's being shown to us. We accept just on a basis of it came from Fox News, CNN, a professor, a good friend, as the truth, as being proper or right, without questioning where it came from, what the motivation was, what the context is. When we do this, we open ourselves up to all kinds of potential problems. Just look around. Look at how people get so riled up over what is delivered to us in the media. And then later we find out that what was delivered to us in the media was out of context. Look how news outlets take snippets of information, little pieces of information, add to it a few words, changing the context completely, riling us up as a society about these things, and getting us to get behind things that make no sense in the end. That requires intellectual laziness. Some of the most smart people in our society follow along with that. Look at the comments that come out of politicians when they see something in the media, how they get behind that out of context publication and then have to retract themselves, put their head in the sand, or run away from a problem because they were duped into, that's what they'll say, duped into believing something that wasn't true. Well, the fact is they didn't challenge it correctly in the first place because they're intellectually lazy. When we're in our organization and we have people that were working with us bringing us information, and that information is accepted on its face value, yet doesn't quite add up. There's something about it. Maybe it's a nagging feeling. Maybe you have identified one difference or another, and you just don't want to go through the effort of looking for context, looking for what's right. Asking the hard questions because you don't have time. You got to put it off. I'll come to it later. And then what happens? Decisions are made on bad information. We look at those people and say, you. Yet we had an opportunity, had we not been intellectually lazy, to help the right decision to have been made originally in the first place. I struggle with this all the time as an advisor, not just for my clients, but within my own organization. It would be easy for me to become intellectually lazy. Very easy. I pivot 20, 30 times a week between 15 to 20 to 30 different clients all the time. If I didn't slow down and contextually try to understand everything that was going on, I could easily become intellectually lazy and pass off decisions to others. But that's not what I'm paid for. I'm paid to listen, to learn. I'm paid to slow things down. I'm paid to challenge the intellectual capabilities of my clients, of my team. And when they fail, I have to identify for them how they were intellectually lazy. Sometimes it's not just about intellectual laziness. Sometimes it's physical laziness. But it all goes back to, for me, intellectual laziness. If we understand within ourselves that we procrastinate, and we don't do something about it, we're intellectually lazy. If I understand that I like to delay and I don't like to read, so that I put off or I don't even read everything, I just skim over the details and I don't have all of the details. And then I find that I made a mistake because within those areas that I ignored, that I just skimmed over, was a key nugget of information that was needed. It's because I was intellectually lazy. If I know that something doesn't sound right and I don't challenge it and I let it go anyhow without a challenge, without bringing to attention of somebody that, this just doesn't track right. It doesn't reconcile for me. I might be wrong, but it just doesn't seem right. If I don't do that and speak up, I'm being intellectually lazy. You have to participate and engage in your areas of influence. When you choose not to participate and engage, you're being intellectually lazy. When you know that you don't know something and you don't try to fill that gap of knowledge, you're being intellectually lazy. When you understand that your capabilities aren't where they should be, or that somebody else's capabilities aren't where they should be, and you don't try to do something about it, you're being intellectually lazy. You have the power to change these things in your areas of influence. You have the opportunity to be a positive influence and help people to get out of their own way, to slow down, listen to learn, educate themselves, and get out from under being intellectually lazy and get in front of it. Participate in our areas of influence, move us forward, help us be a team, help us be the big I individual and reach our goals together. Those that are intellectually lazy, you can help uplift them. You can help bring them up by supporting them. You can call out their laziness in a positive way and say, hey, can you go research this? Or, if you read this or watched this video about this topic, you would fill this gap, which is a lack of understanding that you have. You will be able to contextualize what it is we're doing here. You'll get them involved. You get them included. You'll get them participating, which is equity for them in whatever it is you're trying to do together. Intellectual laziness is one of the biggest issues we face as humans. Overcome it. Get involved. Slow down. Listen to learn. Participate. Participate in yourself and participate in the areas of influence you find yourself. I hope you have a great day. Thank you for joining us on the Daily Influence. We will see you again next time.